Hi everyone, welcome to JoaquinTV. My name is Joaquin, and yeah, it's been a minute, but let's get right into it. So, I have been dealing with depression for the past couple of months now, and it's been a struggle for me to kind of get up each and every day and kind of be in the mental state of happiness because everything around me just seems to get me down at some point during the day, and it is a struggle for me to kind of find the medium of how I can move forward and not let it get to me, and also be able to dissect what those feelings are for myself so that I can understand where this is coming from. It's been a struggle for me because I have never been in a situation where I have had to pick myself back up in the way that I have and worked my ass off the way that I have. And without getting into it too much, I lost my job in February. And since then, I have been on my grind trying to get a new job, trying to rearrange how I look at things in my life, uh, and just trying to be a better version of myself at the same time dealing with my depression, you know? And during that time, I didn't have healthcare, so it was hard for me to get the assistance that I needed. And it was also difficult because I didn't have the funds to get healthcare, and that wasn't a priority. And it sucked because I have never been in a position where I lost my job and now I needed to figure out what are the next steps. It was unfortunate because I couldn't really depend on my family, and the only form of support that I had during this time were a couple of friends. And it was a reality check for me because I realized that some friends, when it came down to the tough shit, were nowhere to be found for me. Like they weren't there for me. And it was a huge shock to me because I feel like I'm that type of person that will have your back, will always be there for you, will always be 100. Anything that you need, I will be there for you. But when it comes down to when I need somebody, it's not reciprocated. And it was a huge reality check for me because these weren't just acquaintances, these were my best friends. My best friends for about 10 years. And not only that, I was also dealing with family, like I mentioned, uh, dealing with how to figure out friendships and how to figure out who I would keep in my life during this struggle that I was dealing with losing my job. And additionally, the biggest thing here was understanding what these feelings were and understanding how I could get myself out of what I was feeling. And it's hard to kind of comprehend to folks who have never been there, who don't get it, because I feel like me trying to explain it is like me trying to explain it to a wall. It's not going to get through, you know? Like, and it frustrates me because you think people would be able to empathize, people would be able to get you, but to be honest, that's not the reality, you know? So, it's taken me a lot to get to this point where I'm doing this video. Again, trying to share my experiences here on this channel and trying to connect with those who might be going through the same thing. This video is not a video where I have all the answers for you. This is my realization. No, this is a video that I just wanted to put out there because if I could share what I'm going through with somebody out there, just one person, you know, like I would feel a lot better with knowing that I can connect with somebody, right? Because that's the whole thing of this whole process, being depressed, feeling like not supported. It's all about feeling heard, feeling like people get you, feeling like people understand you. And when you're in that state, things just come down and you shut down. You just don't want to do anything. And throughout these past few months, there were moments where I just kept on crying. I was driving, I kept on crying. There were moments where I was crying hysterically on the freeway, and I told myself, you know, it could just end right now. I could just literally get in an accident and I wouldn't care. And those were moments where I was like, what the fuck is that? I've never had moments like that. It was such a dark place for me, and those moments, yeah, they were a few months ago, but they still feel real to me, you know? They still feel real to me each and every day because it bothers me that there were times in these past couple months that I wanted to just not be here on this earth, you know? It's like, that is insane to me. That is insane to me because I know my worth as a person. I know what I bring to this world. But there are just moments where I'm like, bruh, like, I just don't want to deal with the bullshit, you know? And I just, ugh. And I wish I could just be like that person where I could just get over it, you know? Don't think about it. Just keep yourself occupied. Yeah, I want to keep myself occupied, but something inside of me is preventing me to do that. Something inside of me that I can't even explain for myself is like, nah, that's not what's going to happen today. And that is the most difficult thing to overcome. Something that you can't control. As much as people think that you can't. The fact that I'm doing this video right now is a testament to how long it's taken me to get here. I've done multiple videos these past couple months documenting my journey. I have those videos, but I haven't been able to sit down and finally edit them or just post them just because I just don't feel like it. It's just like, for what? But you know, today I just felt something inside of me that just said, you know what? Maybe you don't post those videos. Maybe you just do a new one and see where it goes from there. So here I am. And again, this video is not a video where I'm giving you all the answers. This is what I figured out. No, it's just me just wanting to connect with folks and just say, you know, being able to express how you feel, being able to have a dialogue with folks, being able to have a support system, that's important. All those are very important. But most of all, it's very important to understand yourself first, you know? And through these moments, through these months, I definitely figured out a lot of who I am as a person, what I can handle, what I cannot, and just being honest with myself, being brutally honest. And I think that's what I want to get across is that don't fight it. If you feel like you're depressed, be depressed. If you want to cry, cry. If you're angry, be angry. Just don't beat yourself up for being human because everyone goes through these difficult times in life, but no one's expecting you to just get over it. We live in a society where getting over it is normal. No. What the fuck? That's not the reality. The reality is we need to figure out what we're feeling, and to do that we need to be in it. We need to be in it and be able to just feel the feels, and if we're sad for weeks, months, that's what it's going to take to figure out who we are, the type of person that we are, and go from there. Yeah, and during those times, those moments, I was just like, fuck. I wish I could have professional help, but I couldn't because I didn't have insurance. I didn't have money to, you know, do therapy. And now that I finally do, because now that I have a job, it's like things are slowly getting back to normal, you know, and it's freaking September. I lost my job in February. Fuck. Here's another thing. I think for me, I just need to acknowledge that things aren't going to be perfect. Like this video is not going to be perfect. And I just need to remember that perfect is not always good. And I just need to be real with myself, you know? So if this isn't perfect, I should be okay with that, you know? Yeah. Anyway, talk to y'all soon.